What's Papino? What's Papino? Today's a Today we're going through a different approach today. We're gonna go another angle this morning. Shout out to all those that see my last two videos of Mikey B. My take on it on the interview, and also the situation with Sidebite and Shaquell. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I was clear enough, but it should be clear definitely of what the information I was able to put out there. Definitely shout out to Shaquell. He gave me a thumbs up. So I definitely salute that. Black Coffee was popping. It was popping. You know, I'm giving you a description of what it was like growing up in Spanish Harlem, because there's a lot of conversations about the Latin kings and blacks against Latin, Spanish and Puerto Ricans oppressing the blacks in jail, and I'm gonna give you a good description. It's not gonna be shots top of the top. You know what I'm saying? Papino, top of the top. This is gonna be one that's gonna be very knowledgeable, a lot of information. Growing up in Spanish Harlem, you know what I'm saying? Before we get there, party people. You know what I'm saying? Hold on one second. Because what happens, right? The Puerto Ricans had it just as bad as us. You know what I'm saying? The Latinos had it just as bad as us in Spanish Harlem. Definitely came to the politics, the schooling. They lived in the same tenements. They lived in the same tenements we lived in. They went through the same oppression we went through. They actually united with the Black Panthers, the young lords, to liberate the Latino cause. And the reason why I'm doing this for this show is because when we say, feed the wolf, definitely salute 300, salute. When we say, those Spanish cats, some old cats, they come across a little racist. That's the old school ones that, like everything else that's old school, that stick to their own. But their kids grew up with us. A lot of their kids grew up with us. You know what I'm saying? So even though somebody's father or uncle might go watch the Morenos, you know what I'm saying? Doesn't mean they kids is like that. That's just, it's just like the same way with some of our parents when they came to don't bring a white boy home. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So this is, I think, a serious topic because there's a miscommunication how people look at the racism part, right? Now, growing up in Spanish Harlem, you know what I'm saying? Jeffrey Joe growing up in the El Barrio, there was a lady, right? We're gonna set it off like this. There was a lady named Olga Mendez. Olga Mendez was she's a politician. You know what I'm saying? Julio's in the building. Julio Ortiz, you know what I'm saying? She was a politician. I'm gonna bring you back to the era we grew up in. Nathan Jones, salute, you know what I'm saying? And she was, she was a Puerto Rican legislator, you know what I'm saying? Now, what she did, which was a great thing, was she was the first Now check this out. Olga Mendez, right? Just to give you a political background about her is, Olga Mendez from Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? She married into a respected East Harlem political family. Her father-in-law, Anthony Tony Mendez, was the first Puerto Rican district leader in Manhattan. She became involved in the fight for better government through her family members, became an active leader in the area of voter registration drives throughout the nation. Now, her political career. In 1978, now remember, 1978 is our generation. This is our generation. Most of the people in my generation, 78 was our generation. That was the change of everything. 78 was the disco era. They're giving it to you, the disco era. If block parties is block party. That was hip hop, the block parties, the break beats, The disco music, Donna Summers. You're giving graffiti. People was writing on the trains. You know what I'm saying? That was the biggest crime back then when it came to hip hop. Graffiti on the trains. People was getting mugged. United States was going through a recession. New York City was going through a recession. 78. We in the 78 right now. You know what I'm saying? Now what she did was she to make things better in East Harlem, she began to, promote. Yes, she began to promote the Latino vote, like not the Latinos, but to the Republicans. Like, my district needs help. Manhattan and South Park. We need resources. So the Republicans basically, when it was the Ronald Reagan election, they basically came to her. You know what I'm saying? That's a new generation thing, that Washington and Carver thing. Like, we wasn't beefing back in the days. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't like Carver. Like, everybody got along. The people in that picture used to hang out with people in Carver. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was somewhat together. There wasn't a Washington Carver beef. That came in like the 2000s. That's when a lot of things started going on with a newer generation. You know what I'm saying? But now, I met Olga Mendez a couple of times with my mom because she brought me to her office. Her office was on 116th Street by McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I met Olga Mendez a couple of times. My mom would go to her office because, she used to fight for the people that came to them getting their services. Because there was really no jobs. About 1978, 79. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, we wasn't trying to kill each other. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we didn't wake up in the morning and go, yo, let's go to Carver and shoot it up. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, Halloween is when that side had come across and that side of Mike Crum come across and they meet at the D. Not even a D, on 3rd Ave. You know what I'm saying? And after that, it was a wrap. It wasn't, do I know Brazil from the Pink Houses or nah? You know what I'm saying? So Olga Mendez, she definitely was with the people. That's funny you said that, D-Honey, because what you just said right there, when they came to the deep, come out because because KK and them, because they was from Carver, Poodle, they was from Carver. It's the Aunt Murder era that changed that. When Aunt Murder came in the projects, then that's when the things changed with them because ATM, rest in peace, used to act like dudes couldn't eat in the projects, in the deep. Because Porgy them was still, rest in peace Porgy, man, but Porgy them was still getting their millions on each side. You know what I'm saying? You know what side they was on? Big Head Nelson, by Big Head Nelson building. But in the D, Aunt Murder was acting like dudes couldn't eat. For those who don't know who Aunt Murder was, rest in peace, that was Papa Guy's nephew. He came from Brooklyn, and he came with a bunch of Brooklyn cats. You know what I'm saying? And he was on Brooklyn Time. But that's before the Derek Monty era. That was the Aunt Murder era because Tone Lopez, the people you see on the thumbnail was around the corner, was Tone Lopez. Now, I gave you Olga Mendez, her description. You could go into y'all could do your own research. I met the lady a couple of times with my mother. You know what I'm saying? She did a lot for Spanish Harlem when they came to try. That's how you see a lot of Puerto Ricans on the stores and businesses. She was putting people into the loop. You know what I'm saying? You want to get in the loop, let's get in the loop. So, you know what I'm saying? Not just Puerto Ricans, but the ones that was paying attention. It's all about paying attention out here. Nobody's going to keep walking you to the candy store. Like I keep telling you again, nobody's going to go, yo, here, take that. You have to ask questions. You got to go, yo, how can I turn this $100,000 untaxable dollars into $1 million? You know what I'm saying? And she was pointing some in the right direction. Some became landlords. Some started buying these city buildings. I ain't gonna front. A lot of those supers y'all thought was supers in certain buildings actually owned the building. Because a lot of those buildings were city buildings that dudes was buying, but just to knock it off to look like, no, I'm the super, but really own the building. You know what I'm saying? Because some dudes extracurricular activities going on in some of them buildings. But back to that, to the H. Exactly. Fire, you know what I'm saying? Rich Mike straight. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. Yeah, Derek and Monty, let me tell you about them, man. And this is, you know what I'm saying? Yo, five guard. Let me tell you about them, man. Now, I told you we all grew up together. What kept us all in tune, no matter what part of East Harlem we was in, we all played sports together. If we didn't go to the boys club, then the other ever was the Ask for a Green era. Then the other ever was, when Sugar Hill Tone used to bring, he had a lot of dudes, a lot of guys on the east side, Sugar Hill Tone 141. That, that's what OG won and all that. The one that was holding Jay-Z with that, when Jay-Z had to spend $100,000 in the bar, that picture, he used to be on our side. You know what I'm saying? He used to be on the east side. So for a lot of dudes that don't know, he used to be on our side. We love sports. So Rock City was on the team. Yeah, different blocks. Dudes from Carver, my man Tito. Remember Tito was on the squad. My man Big Head was on the squad. My man Heck was on the squad. You know what I'm saying? Different blocks was on the squad. My man, Papa Jesus was on the squad. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, Mike is home. Yeah, Mike is home. Yeah, definitely suit you. The other one, they keep playing with him at the board. You know what I'm saying? Facts. Joe Blow was on the squad. So mind you got different hoods on one football team. Can't get no more diverse than that. We got Carver cats on the squad. We got Lehman cats on the squad. We got first. We had my man's Chris, Ralphie, and them from Taft. They was on the squad. Yeah, Rock City and White. You know what I'm saying? So you be knowing, bro. You know what I'm saying? My man, this is what I say, man. You had issues in the hood, but the hood wasn't crazy like that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because we all got along together. We all went to the same parties together. We all went to the same clubs together. We all did everything together. You know what I'm saying? Five guard in the building, you know what I'm saying? He from the hood. He know when he was messing with Rock City, that's when they was doing that. You know what I'm saying? I was there. Listen, I was there for the first. I was there when I come from out of town. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I had to come from out of town. That's my man. Cause my man. Y'all know who was Rock City partner. My man could bring me over there in Intrepid. Boop. When they first put that together. When they first put it together. When it was first implemented. Shout out to Rock City, though he home. You know what I'm saying? When that first is on go. You know what I'm saying? I was there for that. Happy birthday. Salute. You know what I'm saying? I was there for that. I remember that whole Intrepid, when he had the Intrepid. When my man had the Intrepid, you know what I'm saying? After that. I was there. I was there for a lot of things, man. I was there. Like a lot of people don't know, right? That's why I said when people say blacks and Spanish was the N-word, we really wasn't that all played the hip hop. That N-word thing. Like I told you, we didn't walk up on each other where I was at saying, yo, what up, my nigga? And one thing for sure, the Puerto Ricans never ran up on us and saying that we couldn't get money. It's just that there was a generation of OGs from our era that just wasn't strong enough that knew how to count real good. Not throwing no shots, it's just the truth. A lot of the Latinos is just more, because, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Word, you know what I'm saying? We all got along, bro. We all got along. Word, I remember when Rich and Mike used to go with Skinny Hard. Rest in peace, Skinny Hard. Trade. You know what I'm saying? I remember they go Trade. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's my man. Now Hector Mike, that's my man. Those are my day unos. You talking about Rich and Mike? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Mike. Yeah, those are the day unos. You know what I'm saying? Those are the dudes that when we leaped off the porch, we leaped off a little. It was a little crazy. Rest in peace, Dave O. He was one of us. You know what I'm saying? Dave. You know, just shout out to my man Yusuf. You know what I'm saying? My block was different back then. 99 election was different, but definitely salute to you for remembering that. That goes to show your hood history. Now the reason being why you may not hear their names all over the place because they didn't catch it. The dudes wasn't allegedly catching no bodies. You know what I'm saying? But one thing about my block, Washington had a lot of bodies. Washington was crazy. The D was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yep, facts, yep. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? We talking about, and that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about when we was on the block, black Latinos on the block. I remember we all used to be on the block, sipping, chilling. We wasn't like dudes wasn't saying, yo, you can't eat here. It's just that there was a generation of dudes that just was more money oriented than others. Now, are we gonna say that blacks couldn't eat in Spanish Hall? We can't say that because the Carver was eating, you know what I'm saying? I remember dudes in Black Park telling them dudes they couldn't eat. I remember rock, you know what I'm saying, dudes on 100th Street of Lex was eating. They was getting money. Remember, even with the Hill Hole open. We just had a respect. See, the difference is we had a line of respect. A lot of y'all don't know the line of respect is because everything is built off of ego and being a gangster. So y'all forget the rules of a line of respect. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew I can't go on your block and just start clicking. But this new generation, y'all follow this image, this gangster image that was created in the yard, not in the street. None of this was created in the street because we ain't see it in the street. Definitely shout out to my man Heck, man. Definitely shout out to Heck, man. And he took that like a champ, man. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to my man Heck, man. Heck was ill with that shot. We used to be on 96th Street. Bosses, they be out there playing basketball on 96th Street, 96 right there in Lex. We was outside. When you say outside, dudes was outside. We was just alluded. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I think Kenny Black in the feds, man, he's trying to say Kenny Black died, but he ain't died. His girl, his new wife, he threw it in their ear, so people show him some love. So they got time, Kenny White hit him up, he in the feds, man. He got like 20 years playing with Binghamton, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, son. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Juju and all of them, you know what I'm saying? But this is the era. See, Five Guard in the building. He know the hood. See, he was young watching the landscape. Now, mind you, 100th Street, they was banging. They had the bar over there. You got the Hill Hole. Then you had ATM. ATM was the Brooklyn cat that was on 3rd Ave. Line of respect, right? The Brooklyn cat. Yeah, I knew Veen. I knew Veen before Veen went to jail, bro. That's what I'm saying. I knew Veen before he caught the case. Before he caught his case that he did a lot of time for. Because me and my man Jay, you probably, my man Jay Quest, when I met Veen, was my man Shop, TWB used to be down there. Rest in peace, Shop. You know Shop, some of you OGs. He used to write graffiti, but he grew up with all of them. We used to go down the hill to hang out with them. Now, back then, there's an artist called Jay Quest. I don't know if you ever heard of Jay Quest, my man John. My man John, his brother-in-law, used to be down there back then, getting money. Definitely shout out to N-Team Smokes in the building. N-Team Smokes in the building. So, what's the name would be down there. Back then, Veen used to be with Rare and all of them. Rare, Sepp, Sace, and all of them. You know what I'm saying? And then he used to be with Tone Lopez. You know what I'm saying? But that's when there wasn't no Hill Hole. That's what I'm trying to say. There wasn't a Hill Hole back then. It was on 3rd Ave. You had Jimmy and his crew, rest in peace, Baby Show, shout out to my man Kuba. And then you had, across the street, these are all Puerto Ricans. You know what I'm saying? Then you had like Kenny Black. Just happened to be, he from Wash, and him and Tone Lopez had a good relationship. And some, definitely, rest in peace to Randy, my man Randy Walker, man. I guess today's the day he died a couple of years ago, man. You know Randy, man. Shout out to Randy Love, man. Randy Walker, man, from Wash, my man Cubby brother, man. Rest in peace, Randy, man. Now y'all got me back where we need to be at. Now we on them side blocks again, you know what I'm saying? Now, your man, so I knew Veen before Veen caught that 8 or 10 or whatever he caught. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Jimbo can fight though. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Jimbo get busy. He get busy. He got busy on his life. Every time Jimbo got shot, you know what I'm saying? This dude is mad skinny, bro. But he get busy, man. He a cool dude. Let me tell you about in the trails of hip hop and love, man. We all grew up together, bro. Definitely, we all grew up together. We all went to the same smashes on 103rd Street where I was at. See, what happens when you got people speaking about East Harlem, a lot of people keep it to their neighborhoods, which is nothing wrong with that, but they totally forget about San Juan, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of times they only speak about 119th, they don't even talk about 117th Street. That's the part that's crazy. The average person talking about that part of East Harlem, they want to talk about Puerto Rican Hecht and Ruben and them based off of Baltimore and DC. They're not even talking about Johan and them. You know what I'm saying? Was Papino. And then they skip over to Lincoln every time. There's a whole East Harlem. There's a whole East Harlem that we all grew up together. Like Rock City. Rock City was woo. They was taking it to the top. They was taking it to the top. Rock City and them. Mind you, these guys in the middle of all this was winning championships playing football. Shout out to the Flow Boys and Wagner. They was winning championships in football. You know what I'm saying? They won a couple of chips with the Sugar Hill football team. Remember the Sugar Hill football team? That was Sugar Hill Tone. You know what I'm saying? Then he won one with Ali Mo at the Rucker. The first one. The second one was Fat Joe. The third one was Fat Joe. But the first one was Sugar Hill Tone. Rock City was on the team. Rock City ain't from the West Side. Let me shout out to the West Side, though. You know what I'm saying? Rock City, that's Cameron, man. Yep. You don't know. Yep, shot used to write with Son. Sonny TWB. You know what I'm saying? Sonny and Cancer. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Red, the ETP crew. Definitely shout out to Jeep Fury, Hard, TWB. Know what I'm saying? Those are the dudes we used to go down the hill with. That's when we used to run full course with Ant White and all of them. You know what I'm saying? This is before Little Ray, rest in peace, Little Ray was going to wash. You know what I mean? Yep, that flow was crazy. I remember when I was going to Jeff when it was first half versus second half. Shout out to my man Green Eye Heck, man, from Jeff, man. It's my geyser. That's a geyser. What's up, man? You in the building, man? Say Spanish Harlem pulling out. So growing up in Spanish Harlem, it was nothing but money. There was certain areas that was probably crazy, some dudes that was, but we didn't have an era where there was a infamous stick-up kid. There wasn't Buzzy situation happened early in the 90s. Rest in peace, Buzzy and Randy Love, as y'all, you know what I'm saying? He went to jail in the early 90s. So there wasn't like a new infamous guy that ran around sticking up cats. It's just, you had an infamous bully, you know what I'm saying? Definitely Hootie Bang Bang, but that's just what, he always been that all his life. Other than that, bro, we all got along. Like I told you, the Puerto Ricans wasn't telling dudes, you can't eat over here. So that concept that went in the penitentiary, that was all jail logic, bro. You hear me? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Buzzy, man. That was all a jail logic. That was all jail because it wasn't in the streets. I told you, dudes respected dudes' block. Now, if your block was popping, I mean, if your block was popping, if your block was popping, then it worked. Now, if somebody told you couldn't eat off a personal, like, yo, son, you can't be out here because this is just, you never was out here before, then you gotta, they wasn't bust each other down, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, a word Charlie Moe made it home. Whew. He had a great run on first half, allegedly. He had a great run on first half, no? I met Bay when he was younger. That GM family thing, he used to go to Albany with all of them. You know what I'm saying? So I remember his face and all that. You know what I'm saying? We all was in Albany together, in Albany, New York, back in the days, early 90s, GM family. You know what I'm saying? He grew up with them. I remember the face. Oh, son, that's Bay Lloyd. Oh, that's Bay Lloyd. I remember the case, but I kept looking at the face. Like, I know something somewhere. And I remember because he used to be with, Mikey B and all of them. You know what I'm saying? But definitely get in tune with Mikey B's show thing. You know what I'm saying? He has a new YouTube channel called Curfew Crew. Check that out, man. I'm pretty sure he got some dope content. You know what I'm saying? To definitely get into it, what Mikey B doing, man. We definitely so even with the Italians, you talk about the Italians from 78 to the early 90s, we all found a way to get along with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like we all ate at the same spots. A lot of the Italians used to ride bikes with like all the people. Like you ain't hear, what's his name? Blonde-head Vinny or red-headed Vinny or whatever they want to, don't say Vinny, Italian Vinny and all of them. They would ride bikes on Ward's Island with same dudes, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's funny you said that. Taino and Wagner beefing. That's been a money thing because up there, the politics is different because Taino Towers was always a conglomerate when it came to the bag and, the projects and, That was a different energy over there on that side of town. You know what I'm saying? But just growing up in the hood, right? I'm growing up in the hood, right? Down, shout to the old school down boys. You know what I'm saying? Um, growing up, it was different because dudes really controlled their blocks. So it was more of a block thing, but it was different. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It was a block thing. Yeah, that's exactly because he's from the north side. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because growing up on the east side, see, I remember when Blondie was robbery, was guns. No, he was guns, bro. I remember when Blondie was guns. He should jump out on us and say, "Yo, if I catch you with some guns, I'm gonna put the Swiss beats on you. If you run, I'm gonna tear you up." There's a bunch of good dudes he caught slipping with them hammers. See, when we was outside, he was the gunman. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He pull up on you, him in the squad, come here, stupid. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He was the worst. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, because you know what it was? Like Selects was Papino. You know what it was though? Because when we grew up, when we grew up in Spanish Harlem, it wasn't like I told you, it was a block thing. So yes, I hate that little Spanish cop too, man. It was a short guy, man. But definitely salute. You know what I'm saying? It was a block thing. So I knew I couldn't go in Tav with a pack and think I'm gonna click it. You gotta get permission if somebody lets you rock. But dude, why would dudes let you rock if they already got something going on? Like why would I go to Lehman with a pack? So a lot of dudes just play common sense. What switched that up? Because you have some dudes that tried it. They come outside, try to put some work out. Then some they tell you can't click. But that's not a black and Spanish thing. That's just where you stand on your block. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's just where you stood on your block. If you wasn't a name on your block, then you really couldn't couldn't afford to put. I don't care how busy you get. If dudes didn't take you serious, you wasn't just putting work out there. You know what I'm saying? So dudes are coming and they tap you. They go, yo, what's up, brother? What's going on with you? How you doing, brother? You know what I'm saying? And it might not even be no Puerto Ricans. Some brothers. Yo, what's up, man? Yo, you got work out here? Because a lot of times, I ain't gonna front, I don't know, like even Washington, the D is big. The D is dangerous, right? But you just can't go on the D and put work out there. Dudes are just tackle. Yo, hold on, what's going on, man? What's going on? And that's what kept a lot of things out the way. You know what I'm saying? It's just that when Aunt Murder came to the projects, it got real crazy. Because he started telling dudes they can only hustle on certain shifts and boom, boom, boom. That certain dudes in the projects, actually those some of them dudes that was from Carmen, Lima, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? And he did it for a long time, and somebody got fed up, and allegedly he got assassinated. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be honest with you. Even after he got assassinated, Washington wasn't complete yet because the Hillhole was still up and running. And then allegedly, when that situation happened with Tone, that was the beginning of like the Ant Murder era, the Devil Monty era. That's when it got spooky, it got crazy. The game changed. I'm not gonna lie to you, the game changed. This is Club Arenas was a shooting gallery. These dudes was running around. Let me shout out to them, man. Allegedly, they was running around. You know what I'm saying? If you wasn't running around, it was crazy. You see dudes, they was getting busy. I told you, those are the first, they went to St. Louis. Yo, they went to St. Louis or Kansas City. They came out here Midwest. They came back. They was wilding. You know what I'm saying? We just see but now they come back. It's another temperature because things was happening, bro. You hear me? Then I remember we in the D. I remember there was a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? And then Kenny Black. Shout out to Kenny Black, man. Kenny Black was trying to keep the dream alive. They was hitting Kenny Black allegedly. They was giving, you know what I'm saying? They're looking out for KP. KP was trying to, you know what I'm saying? It's just that, again, one thing about positions of power, right? Because Kenny Black was like really the only African American. Listen, the only African American that was in position of power was Tone Lopez. The picture you see in the picture, rest in peace, Tone Lopez. That was nothing but love right there. We got to see dudes get money that wasn't trying to kill each other. That wasn't telling other dudes they couldn't eat down the block. Like he said, hang on our block. My block was before his block, and he never said like, yo, y'all can't. And he was trying to cut all type of on our block. They give you this much. Like, yo, allegedly, I used to be like, I give you this much for $3. You know what I'm saying? Word. I'm gonna give you this for $3, and they'll still walk past us because allegedly they had, consistency, but and it was a safe thing. That block never really got rushed by TNT, but like twice that I know about. They was on point on that block. No shootings, no on that hill. Even though Walsh was still going through their political practices with the Brooklyn guy, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, ATM, Ant Murder. This is again and again. The funny, crazy part of the crazy part about this is again, like I said, growing up in Spanish Harlem. It wasn't the Spanish guys that told the blacks in Washington couldn't eat. It was a Brooklyn black that told another bunch of other blacks, yo, y'all can't eat in the projects past 12 o'clock. Back in the front, JJ was getting money out there. Rest in peace, JJ. He was in the mix. You know what I'm saying? He was still in the mix. Let me shout out to JJ, man. He definitely held it down for Wash. You know what I'm saying? But it was a different time. It was a different dimension. You know what I'm saying? 100th Street and First Ave was still 100th Street and First Ave. So they had their time. Then I told you, KB. He grew on the situation after the passing of Tone. You know what I'm saying? And I think KB had a problem with paying people. That's what I heard from numerous sources. I don't know how you hear sources, but he had a problem with paying people. And sometimes that happens when you just go, man, or taking his time paying dudes. So a group of young guys, he created a revolution. You know what? You want to pay us? I bet. And nobody died in this situation though, but it was crazy because they made it to the point where you couldn't the hill hole wasn't a safe place to stand no more. Because you don't know what these young boys was about to do. Not young boys, but he was not young. Mind you, everybody in their 20s. So this wasn't no young boys, you know what I'm saying? These were dudes still in their 20s. These are dudes 21, 22, 23. But you got this generation coming at dudes that's 30. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? So they tried to bring some other dudes around. Definitely shout out to my man Nigel and all them. But that just didn't work out because the block was hot. I can't bet. Since you want to pay, boom. And then I seen something. Something was revolving around. See the people I know, the people that some other people might know. Some people I know, some other people might know. Two different type of people. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. Some people may take they idols as jail cats that's just known as being tough and cutting people. They never really got no money, but they just full of ego. And I like their style, the way they talk, the way they wash their face and all that. And then I just know some dudes that took a lot of paper, that know how to get to the bag. So the conversations is different because a lot of dudes I know never went up north for 100 years. They went to the feds or they dead. You know what I'm saying? Or some of them fell back from the game once they see the transitions in the game. Definitely shout out to Johnson. You know what I'm saying? So now, and this is some history shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was crazy. So they did so things got a little crazy in Wash, things got a little crazy around that corner. Yeah, Little Ron's my guy, that's my guy, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. That's my guy, you know what I'm saying? That's the guys, man. And you got me in East Harlem right now. Like, again, the only person that told a bunch of other blacks they couldn't eat was the blacks, the Brooklyn blacks. They came through. So you say blacks, the Brooklyn blacks told a bunch of East Harlem blacks, y'all can't eat. The Puerto Ricans that said, respect my block. I don't care what you're doing the projects. You know what I'm saying? That's the order that Tone was on. I don't care what you're doing over there. Just stay off my block with that. So you understand what I'm saying? That wasn't the temperature where we was at, bro. Dudes knew their agenda. A lot of dudes went to jail and played off of that. Like, yo, the Puerto Ricans, they racist, they don't let us eat on our block. Because a lot of you dudes wasn't eating on your block. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you dudes was getting high. A lot of you dudes was just foul dudes, went up with packs. So nobody want to deal with you. But every time I give you a pack, you dip off. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So dudes was just saying you couldn't eat. You just couldn't get nothing. So you'll go to jail for robbery or stealing a car or robbing a cab driver. And then you'll jump into these movements and you'll tell these weird stories. I do not remember a day where the Latin Kings rolled up 100 deep and told us we could not eat. You know what I'm saying? On the Yetas. And we was in San Juan. What I call San Juan is 99th Street to 110th. That's San Juan. You're gonna see majority Puerto Ricans. You're gonna see the Puerto Rican flag on the Z100s. You're gonna hear Hector Lavoe on speed dial, freestyle music, crazy. The wild Puerto Ricans that come from Puerto Rico, the shooters with the old snub noses, them do. That's where we come from. You know what I'm saying? Where they drink 151 and look at you like you crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's the hood we grew up in. Definitely shout out to Wilson, East River. You know what I'm saying? They never, you know what I'm saying? You just had to be somebody, bro. You just had to be something. You didn't have to be a killer. You just had to be something that was respectable. You couldn't even really click if dudes ain't respectable, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, it's like a Des is old school. You know, Des from Carver. Des is just, you know what I'm saying? Des grew up with a little Raheem and all them Junior Carver Junior Carver and all that. Frankie and all them. Definitely shout out to them. You see them, man. He sends his love, man. You know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to Junior Carver, man. See, I used to be out of town a lot. But what I'm giving him is, damn, this nigga Zeke was there from the beginning. I'm talking about when they had the video store on 100th Street, Julio. Remember when they had the video store on 100th Street right there when certain people had it? That's when Bam had the MPV with the BBS rims. Before he caught a bit after that, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is all East Harlem. It's all East Harlem. He used to get on their nerves with that. Yo, something happened in Jersey. I remember something happened in Jersey. He don't say mine. And they was bugging. But mind you, my man, you know what I'm saying? My man, definitely shout out to my man 5 Foot to get in tune with him. It's him and Ricky Batts. They doing their thing. That's definitely my man 5 Foot at NYC. That's his IG. You know what I'm saying? From my block, he from East River, 99 Lex. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, rest in peace, Frank White. I remember when he passed away. About Frank White who got hit by the store. Yeah, definitely rest in peace, Frank White. You know what I'm saying? That was I got called Killer Blood. That was Killer Blood partner. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. So I'm gonna tell you something was crazy, right? So now an opportunity rises. They realize that KB, he can't control the situation. Well, they realized that he couldn't control the situation. So one thing led to another, speculation, rumor. They went to Ant White. Now, this is what I mean about, again, narratives being created. Ant White, the approach went to Ant White. That's what the approach went to. Boom. When the approach went to Ant White did something that was amazing. They like the hill hoes over. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna retire the hill ho. Y'all can do whatever you want. Y'all got the projects. What Ant White did was he went to the blacks. Mind you, 1994, 95, there was a Black Latino war, right? Paperwork, there's a whole the Puerto Ricans is oppressing us. We're going to war with them. It's crazy out here. He went to the blacks. The African Americans. He went to the African Americans that was in the Jets and said, listen, man, you're my day ones, we day ones. Why fight over this? We can get this money together, bro. Yo, that shit was so beautiful. That original Ant White one, was because you seen day ones. You seen day ones. Blacks and Puerto Ricans, definitely Free Fire. He was in that mix. Salute the little, you know what I'm saying, little 8 and all that. You seen day ones out there like this, bro. It was a bunch of day ones out there. It wasn't that we Puerto Rican and Puerto Rican power, and it's just about the Puerto Ricans, and we gonna shut down all the Monenos in the neighborhood. It wasn't that. It went to their mans. Whatever happened, shout out to MPV earning all of them, man. Free old Nate, you know what I'm saying? Free Odie and all that, man. Hell yeah. They was well groomed. I remember he's at the pit with the army jacket. That's my guy. I see him on third eye. He's being in the middle of the D, having his dog jump on the trees and all. Yo, Ant, what's up, man? What's up? Mind you, me and Ant used to play full courts with Blue. Rest in peace, Poochie, Bubbles, his squad. You know, all his friends got money with him. The ones that was in the street. All his friends that was in the street got to the bag with him. There was no separation. He grew up with all his friends is black and Spanish. The newest addition to his crew was Ben and the twins and Little Rodney. You know what I'm saying? I remember when they was with Skinny Harv all day. The two twin, because that's my man Dave fan. All of them is my man Dave cousin. Dave, rest in peace, Dave O. You know what I'm saying? If you know Steven from 122nd and Lex, that's his family. You know what I'm saying? That's why I should be over there a lot because of Dave. Because Dave be hanging out with his cousin. So I go uptown to 122nd and Lex, and that's where I would be with him, Steve O. We talk about 89, 88, 89, 90. Yo, where we going today? We going to Cuzzo. We got a hair shape up. We throwing the beef and broccolis, Carhartts and army jackets, and we shoot to 122nd Street. So that's why I know a bunch of dudes by 122nd Street that was trying to get to the back. This is way before the whole non-trade thing was out there, bro. You hear me? But dudes was into the fashion thing, bro. Ant took it to the top. Again, there was a black Latino war going on in jail. I can't tell you what was going on in the South Bronx. I can't tell you what was going on in the Spanish side of East New York. If there's City Line and all that. I can't tell you. I can tell you what went on where I went on, what was that. Dudes still had some type of respect for the lines. It was still, if there was a beef, it was a beef because dudes was fighting in the club. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't take it back from somebody from Wash and went to Jeff and thought I was going to post up on 12th Street and be like, Jefferson Projects, have you ever seen the movie Strap? They did a lot of scenes in Jefferson. You know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to Black Rob, Rock City, rest in peace, Big Joe. We traveled. And one thing about us knowing each other is sports. Definitely 112. We can't forget about 112 for Lex. Definitely shout out to the whole Johnson Projects, man. Jeff shout out to the whole Johnson, man. I'm talking about that ever when Rock City was getting money when dudes was getting money by you know what I'm saying? It was different. It was a different time. It was a different era. Definitely shout out to my FTWs and all that in Tav on 15th in Parkside. You know? Yeah, be crazy, Julio, because you know what's funny, man? You know what's funny? When you outside for all that, bro. Like, we was outside for that. And like I said, I remember, right? I remember being young and watching, there's ever shout out to Dog TLC and all that, man. You had the Hill Hole on one side and had 100th Street on the other side. And I remember they used to shut down and they used to be getting all that bread. And it wasn't, like I told you, there wasn't dudes that suspected the borderlines. So you had some habitual line crosses and it would cause situations. Like you said, the Henny bottles come out clean and you start getting chased around. Definitely can't forget about the money because Ant White did go to jail. He went to jail for something that was crazy. He went to jail, and then when he came home, he did the money tree thing, the TRU thing, the no limit thing. You know what I'm saying? He was heavy on the no limit. That's when no limit was crazy popular. He was on his TRU. You know what I'm saying? The twins was losing their mind. I remember when they first, because one of the twins caught a case in my projects. He actually caught the 3 to life in my projects. I think it was Mike. Yeah, because Ant got locked up for something crazy. And it's funny because what I think he got locked up for, her son was a gangster. You know what I'm saying? Something with some stupid, some idiot, somebody owed some money and somebody cut. So, but I don't think he got locked up for that. But they trying to say he got locked up for that. Somebody got cut, and I ain't gonna front. Shorty's son was running around the hood with that bomb. Son was official. We talk about way before He got shot for that. That's a fact. You know, and that's why I would tell you something. As crazy as this sound, he got caught with like 2 bricks and like 50,000, 2.5 bricks and like 50, 60,000 or 30,000 in the projects. This guy. I don't even think there was a gun in the crib. You know what I'm saying? But it happened in my projects. It happened. Now this goes to show you, there's a bunch of dudes that hang out in outside the projects, son. You know what I'm saying? Yo, listen, Five Guard. There was a million dudes that hang out in front of that building, man. You going for the 183, you already know in the back. Shout out to my, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to that side. You know what I'm saying? Little Willie and all of them. You know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to, you know what I'm saying? Shout a million cats be in front of this building. Who'd have thought that these, mind you, we all still in our 20s. He get caught with like 2 bricks and like 30, 40,000. That's in the crib. We not even seeing what was on the block. This is before they got with the BTM and all that, and that situation with the BTM, you know what I'm saying? That was like, yo, it's my man's. My man, I said, yo, who, what? They kicked the projects and they booked Mike and somebody else. Yo, they caught them with 2 bricks and some money. This is real talk, bro. With a million cats that was on that been in front of the building every day. This is what I'm saying about. This is why dudes wasn't catching miscellaneous foolish beefs. You had issues. You had some dudes that was going wherever, go crazy. But that sounds crazy, right? Now you telling me that these dudes is moving that militant that nobody figured that out? That these dudes would come in the building and move out, and that's how united front holds, when you have unity in the hood, bro. Told you there wasn't an infamous stick of King. Took the times of first half. Took the times of first half. Yo, me too at one point in time. I was getting money on first half too. When it all fails, first half was like the out of town spot for some weird reason. Everybody take the times of first half. You know what I'm saying? Yo, this is crazy as it sounds. You know what I'm saying? But first half was different back then. You had, when I was out there, it was a lot of that powder that day. You know what I'm saying? That this is before Club. This is around the time when Club 105 opened up. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy, man. I'm giving you a time in East Harlem, bro. Mike is the official cat, man. You know what I'm saying? And these are the type of dudes, right? That unless you was locked up with them, or you really know them, or you hear about and they may mention their name, dudes is more getting money. Their names is attached to the bag. Even through all the violence, their name is attached to some type of bag. It's not attached to just, yo, they was just wilding out to be wilding. Nah, son. Their name was attached to a bag, to something that was great. and that's why I said, growing up, where I grew up at East Harlem, it was different. Like, these are my mans. If I like Third Ave to us. Like, most of y'all can't walk on Picking Ave because of Wu Chew, Folk, Blood, ABG, Boom. Well, we can. Because a lot of us, our only beefs was school beefs or a man with a packer. If you had none of those, or if you ain't trying to violate somebody's girl or family, you was the way you want to go. But don't get it twisted. Spanish Harlem is for real. Don't get it twisted. It do get crazy. It's just that there's so much money. And it's just so much, it just boils down to so much respect. Definitely shout out to my man Wiggs, man. My man Wiggs. Definitely shout out to Wiggs, man. You know, Wiggs from Wash, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I seen it, we seen it a lot in the beginning. I seen it a lot in the beginning. I seen it. I came to come back from out of town, like, yo, son, these dudes was like, woo. He really had Wash rocking. Like, yo, this is really rocking. Like, I remember when Rock City them had Jeff rocking. They really had it rocking. They had Jeff crazy. Jeff was crazy, man. It was crazy. That's Cameron, man. I remember one time Cameron came out there one time. Was letting Rock City listen to that when he made that album. What's the second album? He was like, yo, boom, boom, boom. We always do this is what I'm trying to put out. You know what I'm saying? I remember that. You know, my man that y'all keep saying from 99, that was Rock's partner at that point in time. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So, of course, you wouldn't know my man unless you know who he is, because he didn't run around with a weird band, with a bandana on, and he wasn't going through Spofford and up north and all that. Dudes wasn't trying to go to the penitentiary. Dudes just trying to attach himself to the bag. We talk about since like 89. Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? You only know that there was a Black Rock City, then he had the Spanish guy. The Spanish guy, that's my man. Go to his mother's house, eat the chuleta, you know what I'm saying? That's my man. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I came home from jail, 9-5. He was in the hospital for something crazy. He goes, Zeke, you back? What's your plan? All right, here, boom, go. And even though it was a situation that happened within whatever, but you see what I'm saying? Those are the positions that I was in. Those are the right, proper positions. My man took the time out. Yeah, Big Head Mike. He wrote me when I was up north, son. Like, yo, boom. Yo, what's up? Out of that, how could Dave just pass? Could Dave pass away? Like, yo, Dave passed away. Boom, what's going on? And that's how I first met Malik. Because Dave always spoke about Malik. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, my cousin, but Malik was locked up for the BO. You know what I'm saying? So when I came home, Malik was home. You know what I'm saying? And that's we was all at the table. Me, him, and a couple other good dudes at the table when I first came home. But there's another situation going on with my man, you know, the great Muslims, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of times we got, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they used to be on 100th Street. I remember Rock used to be on 100th Street, you know what I'm saying? Rock and Smoke, yeah. Their brother was Daw. Daw used to write Daw TRC. You know what I'm saying? I never did business with Rock Smoke and them, but that's what I said. They used to hold down, because they was like Carver Mob to us, you know what I'm saying? They was still, they was more like, you know what I'm saying? They was like Carver Mob to us, you know what I'm saying? I remember when they had the barber shop. I think one of them did. I think Smoke or one of them had Rock had the barber shop. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But that was my man's man. That was like my man. He basically like 100th Street. Like there used to be a bar on 100th Street, on the bar, and that was a little hangout spot. That's where you see Poodoo at. Like Poodoo will be in there. Malik, what's her name? Something Doll. Whatever her name is, something Doll. Her father, the rap chick. Her pops be in there. Like, but because you looked at I looked at 100th Street like the Carver Mob. You know what I'm saying? Salute, Mr. Biggs. You know what I'm saying? It's a fact, man. This is the prime. This is East Harlem in his prime. You know what I'm saying? Yep, he had the barber shop. I remember the situation happened. I think with him in the Blazer from Carver. I guess the homie went up in there, whatever the case may be, and then Rock got caught up with it. Some of them got caught with the slammer. You know what I'm saying? But them dudes, yeah, Malik, they used to be in that bar in the 90s. 100, you know what I'm saying? Somebody from my block, I think father used to own the bar. You know what I'm saying? Yup. Yeah, so that's how small the world is. This is how small the world is. He's running with Poodoo, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, facts. He was running with Poodoo. You know what I'm saying? He was running with Poodoo back. Rest in peace before Poodoo got that situation happened with Poodoo. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he got like 40 joints. I'm like, damn. These dudes, but see, that was a different caliber. As I told you had a different caliber of dudes. They wasn't playing. See, they was not playing with you. Those are the type of dudes that put work on your block and then tell you, like, we been here. And they're a little aggressive. So now, their hands was different. You know what I'm saying? They was hands-on. There was a lot of hands-on business. There was a lot of, the extortion game was different. Yeah. Remember, he used to be over there sometime on 100th Street with that bar. That bar used to be like by the corner. He used to be with Poodoo, you know what I'm saying? They used to run around wild. Because, Poodoo was different. Poodoo had work everywhere. I don't know how, allegedly, but he used to put work on people's blocks. You know what I'm saying? Greenhouse was popping. I remember that, man. Yeah. Yeah, son. This is East Harlem, man. See, it's so much, but you see what I'm saying? But when it came to the blocks, we respected, certain borders, certain things you didn't do to create. And I ain't gonna front, a lot of the new beefs came from the gang shit, the gang culture. Because now you had a guy that became blood, that made a pop on the Spanish guy because he might have became king, or just because he was Puerto Rican. And then you come back to the community and this same guy sees you now, so now he takes shots at you. A lot of the beefs happen over this gang culture. Because most areas, unless you had like you from East Harlem or some dudes that's flexed on you know what I'm saying? But a lot of it came from this gang culture. Like, yo, I was king and he cut me. And he 4 blocks down. So the money came out the way because it became to a lot of emotional feelings. Before all that, You ain't like we ain't really see jail beefs. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't remember us on the corner. I don't remember me being on the corner. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember. I don't remember. I don't remember me being on the corner. And it's connected crazy. And yo, son, I got yo. He fronted on me in Elmira. You know what I'm saying? Like that wasn't a conversation in the '90s. We was trying. You know, our generation grew up right. Like when Aunt White got to the thing, and you know, the certain names just said in here. They names would have grown in the game, and the game changed, bro. I caught a case in 9-5 in my projects. I got caught by a beat walker, but that's a whole other story. But it was a great run. You know what I'm saying? And this is how real it was, right? I called the corner phone, my man. Yo, what's up? Yo, get back here. It's flowing. Now I ain't gonna front. Man, my man Yusuf and them did a great thing, and yo, his squad, man, they definitely did a great thing, man. They built something that was great. The block built something that was great. I come back, I see lines around the corner. I said, what? I'm gonna go, and that's the type of energy that dudes have, man. Now, coming out of that, everybody didn't hustle. So a lot of dudes that was outside was still thinking about the backup plan. So a lot of dudes was getting their GED. A lot of dudes was getting, you know, certain little licenses. Certain dudes was preparing for a rainy day because no matter what they said about Tone Lopez, the greatest part of the story was, yo, I heard he owned two or three houses in Puerto Rico. When you heard about this guy getting caught, word, yo, I heard he had 2 houses in a bar in PR. Word? You understand what I'm saying? So it was like, even though we got money, you wanted to get enough money where you could actually own something. So you didn't really play too much. You wasn't trying to have 2,000 pairs of sneakers because you was really trying to put money in the sneaker box. A lot of dudes was a little smart watching others, you know what I'm saying? Like my man had an Intrepid, bro. He didn't have a BMW, you know what I'm saying? He didn't have a BM, bro. He had an Intrepid. I remember the day my man with the Intrepid said, yo, son, I'm about to get my GED. All the money in the world, he didn't get distracted. He got his GED. Top of the money. He got his GED. When he got his GED, next time I seen him, yo, I'm about to become a doorman. My man was a doorman, son. You know what I'm saying? He was a doorman, part-time doorman. He said, I become a doorman for the benefits of my family. Believe it or not, even though he did like a dime or 10, 12 years in the feds, that doorman, whatever he did with that doorman job benefited him somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's running on town. We go to Dykeman, he be in a, that's when, I remember he used to take, I don't smoke weed, but he used to go to Dykeman to get that, what's that Joe? That's when Joe was crazy. That Joe was crazy. He go Dykeman, driving up to Dykeman, go get some Joe. I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? 1,000 miles an hour, you know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's the era that we grew up in, bro. Everything. Now it's funny because you have a lot of lives that do speak of my lives is I like the fact that it's a lot of people that's from my neighborhood, different generations, and we all can hit on something that actually know what I'm talking about. Compared to me just talking. Like, and people going, what are you talking about? Look, people, even if you're not from my heart, like, yo, son, you know, China Thought, yo, son, you know, rocking up, okay. And then I mention the story, and then they'll go, wow, that's crazy that he know that. You know what I'm saying? I remember the cab days. Yo, I'm gonna tell you something crazy, right? And that's what makes it dope, bro. Definitely shout out to Schenectady. I ain't forget about y'all. Schenectady was crazy. You had the cleaners, you had them Crips, then you had, you know, the homies. It was crazy out there, man. You know what I'm saying? It was Schenectady was like baby Brooklyn, though. You know what I'm saying? Definitely rest in peace, Frank White. I remember when that happened. You know what I'm saying? Albany was, you know, the uptown, before uptown and downtown was really crazy, it was just, you know, the blocks. You know what I'm saying? You had the OSB, the New York Cats. So, you know what I'm saying? Troy was a little crazy. This is before the gang culture, really. The only gang that I knew that was in Albany before all that 031 was like cleaners. Even the Crips was, But there was Crips, we ain't paying no mind, but OSB was major. You know what I'm saying? That was the first dudes that I really seen that was really gang related, that was young. Like not young, but like our age, running around with orange bandanas on their head was OSB. And it was most of everybody else's experience, you know what I'm saying? But yo, bro, it was a different time, man. Listen, we all went to the same spots, Craig Street. Yes, Craig Street, you know what I'm saying? Any kind, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's a spot like Lex Mob, the yard, you're right. Lex Mob yards. You ever shout out to Emmett Street? Shout your blocks out, man. You know what I'm saying? Emmett Street, you know what I'm saying? Craig Street, Hewlett Street. Hewlett Street was a danger zone. You know what I'm saying? You remember people died on Hewlett Street? You know what I'm saying? When somebody jumped in here and said their name was Fingers, I thought it was Fingers who got the situation that happened with the Crips with him and IV and them. You know what I'm saying? That's what I thought they was talking about. The Crip went to jail for this, so I could actually talk about this. You know what I'm saying? You hear me? But bro, that situation was crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I remember that. I went to the hospital to see the homies. You know what I'm saying? They was in a sling. They was slinged up. You know what I'm saying? But definitely, Schenectady was a rough place too, man. We can't forget about the 518. You heard? Back to So it was like the thing that's crazy, man. The thing that's crazy is that, you know what I'm saying? Debbie, shout your blocks out, man. The thing that's crazy is, I remember one time me and my man Big, you know what I'm saying? We had some pure garbage. We had basuda. It was basuda and flakes. And we went to 100th Street. We went to 100th Street. Total Lopez was out there. And they watching us because before they would open up, they'll just be, you know how Tony used to do, he'd be meeting up with them by the allegedly where he passed away at, you know what I'm saying? But they see us, they see me and Mike mulling around. So he called Michael. Like, come here, man. Because he's on third. He was like, yo, you ain't got no work or nothing, right? He's like, nah, this, not to make sure of that, man. Don't put no work over here, man. Like, you ain't like, nah, we ain't got no work, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that was cool. I ain't gonna fuck, we was trying to pull a fast one. We was trying to pull it fast. We was like, wait a minute. Because listen, what goes to $3 on one block goes to $10 the same size on another block. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. No Limit Soldier. This is a fact. Listen, allegedly me, green top. I had green tops. I remember I had the green. I try to give you this for $3. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew $2, two blocks down, they was giving you this for $10. You know what I'm saying? But that shows you business, though. See, one thing we learned about business was, yo, how does he ever flow like this? Is it that he has butter? Of course he got butter. Does he ever connect? Of course. But it's the way he conducted his business. He made his block a safe block to cop and go. You didn't have to worry about getting beat. You have to worry about the dummies. You have to worry about police. For some weird reason, police would just ride down that hill. Or ride down Third Ave. Because as crazy as this sound, the projects was hotter than that block. Even though if you look up the hill, you'll see a mini line sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, he wasn't taking those singles. So that's how I used to get my money because they know they can't go with singles. So they used to come with tokens and, yo, Zeke, I got $6. Bet, give me that. Give me all that. I want the tokens and everything. I had to have a bag of tokens, bro. I used to go to my Papi on my Papi store. Yo, Papi, I got a bag full of these. I got 100 of this. Take $20 and let me get 80. You know what I'm saying? I took a loss on it, but that's the only way he'll take those tokens. I had to give him something. And sometimes they go, nah, Papi, you got to pay me. Yeah, because we got to keep this business going. Because I'm getting caught with all this change. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? They come to me with buckets of that. It was Papino. That's when they had the tokens. Because you can't go to the hole with the tokens. So I said, come here. Dude, it was crazy. I used to be by the allegedly, this is old school, though. So I used to be by the corner store, by the phone joint. Yo, come here. They be like, come on, no. Come here, man. They come over there. Let me holler at you, man. What's up, man? So I got choking. Allegedly, I got choking. What? Because I'm going to tell you, you wasn't in the position to say no. And I'm not going to lie to you. The game changed. And that's why I say, We began to understand and take the business a little serious. It's just some of us started going to jail a lot. We should have we took the game a little more serious before we started going back and forth to jail. We'd have had a bigger success record because it wasn't always about hustling. It was about guaranteeing your future. Like I think if Tony Lopez didn't pass away, I truly believe that he if he'd have get a game up, he'd have been in a financially great situation. A couple of guys that ran around him. I remember one of his boys used to own an auto shop right by that. What's that bridge? The Third Eye Bridge. The Third Eye Bridge, right? When they're coming into Manhattan, there was an auto shop in the Bronx. One of his boys owned that. Used to own that auto shop. A lot of dudes that was, because they was older. So now when you're older, you think a little older. Like, nah, son, I gotta put myself in a position. I gotta own a barber shop. I own this and own. Even with Smoke owning the barber shop, Smoke did a lot of jail time. You know what I'm saying? So for him to own the barber shop, that was a great thing. And I heard that they bought him out his lease or whatever. So he, if he's free, he's probably well off. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing we always thought about. We always thought about those was conversations. Even with Tom Black, they said Tom Black be doing some type of cars, like the luxury cars thing. You know what I'm saying? These are dudes that was on the block. Smokey Suarez. Y'all see Smokey Suarez, a comedian in a couple of movies. He was in Washington going through the Ant Washington, going through. They used to be in Washington with them. He used to be up, you know what I'm saying? He from uptown. It was crazy bread, bro. TKA. I remember when TKA was in the height of TKA. A lot of them was, they went from there to there. You know what I'm saying? Like when you had a crew of 10 individuals, right? Not everybody hustled. So a lot of dudes out there ran with you was just because your son come through with a body. I'm on the block. Because a lot of us played our blocks. A lot of us played our backs. Like, why am I going to go to Carver? As I have a reason to go to Carver. I'm not sitting in Carver looking stupid on the bench by myself because they're going to press me. They're going to press me in their projects. If I sit in the D and I'm sitting, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm sitting and I'm drinking some Smirnoff and I'm just looking around crazy. They're going to why is he sitting in the benches for? You scheming? He's trying to sell a pack? That's what dudes used to do, though. See, that's one thing dudes used to do. Dudes to sit and watch dudes throw packs around and try to, you know what I'm saying, hit them. So, of course, you police. Like, why are you sitting here for, bro? We play some business. Dude, come on, man. It's hot. What do you want to sit here for? So, we had to be smart, allegedly, about how we move things. That's why a lot of us, as crazy as it sounds, and I don't take offense to none of this in a lot of y'all, a lot of our OGs wasn't really hustlers. It was dudes that lived in the projects that grew up amongst us, that smoked weed with us sometime. But the dudes that we seen that was going to school, the dudes that we seen that became cops, the dudes that we seen became COs. What you think when your boy became a cop, the block shunned him? My man Dave brother was a CO in the damn 80s. What you think we said? Here go he police. Yeah, son, we congratulated dudes, man. When your man became a cop, like, boy, how you did that? You know what I'm saying? We wasn't going, shit, he a cop. I ain't fucking with him. That's this new narrative. That became from the gang culture. Yo, watch The Godfather too many times. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know what I'm saying? Like dudes, because you gotta remember, dudes are still young, so dudes still try to be in the mix. Even though they can't be in the mix, they still want to hang out and go to the club and go to the bar. Now, somebody asked me another question. He says, what's the disconnect? Why, when a lot of people say the stories about Spanish Harlem, they only talk about, like, Hecht, rest in peace, Hecht, and rest in peace, rest in peace, Daddy, and Baby J and all of them. I said because that's their hood. You know what I'm saying? Get into with the Five God. You know what I'm saying? In his show, that's their hood. For really 117th and all that to Lincoln, that's really their hood. They all went to, a lot of them went to school together. A lot of them went to 45. A lot of them went to Julie Richmond. A lot of them went to all those schools. A lot of them really grew up together. So it's understandable why they're not going to talk about nothing past 116th Street. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of dudes really wasn't, unless you had a reason to go to Jeff, you wasn't going to Jeff or Johnson or Taft. So that's why we speak about it. So they go, how come? So because now you hear a story about the Puerto Rican lynch mob, you look surprised. I remember when his son had to remember, he had the red, what was it, BMW, the drop top? What was it, BMW or Benz? Jerry, you know what I'm saying? These dudes he's on 12th Street and Lex and 3rd and all that, you know what I'm saying? Dudes was getting money. Now, Johnson Projects was rough. A lot of dudes was passing away in Johnson. Johnson was like Brooklyn. For some weird reason, Johnson is just different. A little more aggressive in Johnson Projects. But on that side, it's all what schools you went to. A lot of dudes went to PS 57. So between, if you lived in Taft, a certain part of Johnson, or second half Jeff, you might have went to PS 57. So a lot of them dudes went to school together. So they grew up together. Then you had dudes that lived in Jeff first half that went to like 101 or 102. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things depended on what schools you went to. But everybody wanted to be smart. And how many dudes want to go to intermediate schools, bro? Okay, that was a whole, you didn't want to be dumb. Even when you got sourced in yo, I'm gonna tell you something. Even when you was getting sourced in the lobby, you had fake intelligent conversations. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, son, you never saying son then, but it was just about being, you know, we paid attention to daily events. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you see what happened to Century Park 5? I'm not trying to do what they did. Yo, you see what happened with such and such? I'm definitely not trying to do that. Yo, I'm going to tell you something, man. These blocks, right, that we're talking about, $1 million blocks. This is $1 million blocks. In those runs, there might have only been at least 4 or 5 shootings. You're talking about $1 million blocks. And that really didn't happen towards the end. We all went to the same bar, Club Marinas. Club Marinas was a trap. That was a trip. People died coming out of Club Marinas. They had a shootout one time, an intimate shootout. Ops, police, it was crazy. The ops are shooting at the ops. It was ops shooting at ops and the police shooting at the ops shooting at police. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. When the smoke cleared, one person did like a dime, one person gave back 20 years. This is how real it was. You know what I'm saying? This is how real it was, man. You know what I'm saying? So when you're around for something in the beginning, you know what I'm saying? You seen it all, bro. We seen it all. We talking about Club Marinas when Dollar Bill from First Ave and K Slay was in there DJing. That's when they was DJing in Club Marinas. That was a hole in the wall. But I'm gonna tell you how crazy it is. Ivan was across the street. Never shout to my man Ivan, man. I was up north for Ivan. You know what I'm saying? JB was crack, you know. I was up top. You know what I'm saying? You know, I knew Ivan crazy, man. His man, rest in peace, Fat Black Steve, man. Black Steve, man, rest in peace, man. He passed away, you know what I'm saying? Another good brother, man. He was, again, he's like one of the only blacks I seen getting money with them. It's Fat Steve, you know what I'm saying? Word. You know what I'm saying? And White was just a good dude, man. He was a good dude, man. He was just a good dude, man. And you can tell the difference. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, Midnight. That's what I'm saying. We didn't have Woolly Burgers. Midnight Express. We hit it on the nose. You know what I'm saying? The Green Kitchen, the one on 70-something Street. Jackson Hole. We had a steakhouse. You gotta understand, 86th Street was in our backyard. So on 86th Street, we had the movie theaters, we had 2 movie theaters. We had the steakhouse. Then that's the Upper East Side. So we have a lot of side restaurants. So now when you're getting money, you don't have to go, let me go to Woolly Burgers. Where we going tonight? I'm going to eat in Sparks, or I'm going to eat at this restaurant over here, or I'm going to go to 83rd. They had a spot at Whooper Towers. I remember Whooper Towers. Whooper Towers is in our backyard. You know what I'm saying? So when people say, like, the East Side, it wasn't that we were scared to go uptown. We had our own lane. We had our own lane. Your own lane is, yo, we doing it now. You're going to 86, go to the movie theaters. Why go to 125th Street? Once the Cosmos closed, we're not going past 116th. You know what I'm saying? Why am I going to go 125th Street for? I got to go to 86th Street and chill. And then they had everything there. The steakhouse right here, movie theater right here. You know what I'm saying? Once the Cosmos closed, that was the hood movie theater. All type of rats. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, son. Dudes went to the same schools. 45 was his own school. 13, no, the junior high school was 45, 13, 9, 9. You know what I'm saying? So we all went to a lot of us went to the same schools together. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like some dudes may have felt, I don't know, may have felt like the Puerto Ricans was oppressing. Nah, that was that's that jail stuff. That wasn't in our world. You know what I'm saying? But it became our world because of mass incarceration. Mass incarceration created this new world that you see now. That's what it created. It created these weird histories and these philosophies and you know the 1% conversation of coward integrity and all that other craziness. That wasn't our conversations. Like I didn't walk up to somebody and go, yo, like you came to me and go, yo, why you don't fuck with little Danny for? Because he ain't got no integrity. That wasn't our conversation, man. You know what I'm saying? That's not what we said. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't it. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't the conversation. Yo, why you messing? Because he ain't got no morals. That's that jail. That's that jail 1%. You learn you learn things how to move in the penitentiary, and this is what you stand by and all this. That wasn't the conversation because it didn't add up. Let me tell you something, man. My man always said this, right? And my boy always said this to me. He goes, listen, your true power goes in, right? If you want to be a leader, right? I can't lead you if I gotta ask you to help me. And that always stuck with me in my lifetime. Like, you know what, you're right. I don't care how much you know how to fight, how tough you are. If I am not resourceful to you, then I'm not your leader. You're just a fool following another fool. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Because your leader's supposed to be resourceful. Your leader's supposed to be like, yo, boom, go over here. I got a doorman job for you. Yo, boom, come over here, boom. Because the whole thing is recycling, and we're supposed to recycle money. Your job is not to make me feel good by, yo, I'm gonna put money in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Here, take this free money, bro, because that's not how this thing goes. And that's where, again, the disconnect goes on with the streets. We didn't have that. Do you think that I went to my friends because I knew how to fight a little bit or talk some good slang here and there? And they said, hey, Zeke, you're the best. Here, take 10,000 because you my man, son. Because you're my man. You're the leader. No, you're going to be the leader of the crew. Your Money D was popping. That wasn't what was happening. I ain't look at anybody who looked out for me as my big homie. You know what I'm saying? These are my friends. Oh shit, yo, Julio. Just imagine it. I'll be honest. And I love all of them. I don't remember none of us calling these dudes our big homies. No, because that's not the conversation we have. It's business. I don't got to straddle you to make you feel good because it's business. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to sit there and go, yo, son, you know, you are my big bro. You know what I'm saying? That your Gangsta Miller was popping. That wasn't the conversation. Now, I can't take away from what mass incarceration did because the inside is different from the streets. The inside is different from the streets. It's definitely totally different from the streets. So what goes on the inside is not what goes on the outside. So it is going to be a, you know what I'm saying? It's not that young boys don't respect old cats. You got a lot of young boys who've never been to jail, like us. So what happens with me, like a guy who didn't go to jail till he was like 19, 18, 19, 17, 18, 19. Yeah, I got caught by a beat walker, son. That was crazy. And he was a rookie, son. You know what it was? I came out the building. And something told me not to do it. But I was like, you know what? It was a line back there. So I was like, yo, I'm a dip. Remember, I had dimes, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, I'm gonna click these 5, 6, and then I'm going uptown, I'm about to go shopping. I should have went. I had the money to go shopping, but I just said, nah, I'm gonna get some quick money, I'm out of here. So my foolishness, I come across the street, but they was going towards the back. If you've been in my projects, turn on the eye, if you've been in my projects, the other side, you know, 183, they going towards the back, the flagpole side. He was by the Dominican store on 99. So I seen him, and I still took a chance, bro. And I looked, because he stopped. He was acting like, you know what I'm saying, right by the bus bar across the street. I said, as soon as I went, boom, what I didn't do was what he did was he swung around the side. You know, when 1539, you got the side, so he swung around the side. So as soon as I had the line, and I'm like, this bing, 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 he came around the side, and when I turned around, he was like, freeze. The custies was so in tune with getting to the bag that they didn't even pay mind that this cop was walking right up on us. They scattered like roaches. Ah! I'm looking at this shop. I got money in the back of my head. Please. That was crazy. That was crazy. I caught get 2 after 5 for that. That's when I went to jail, went to Rikers Island. I was scared to death. They had me in the Tombs first. Then they sent me to HCM, and that's when I met the Troy Moores and the rest of them. And I wasn't gang. I was a Zeke Black. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, this is crazy. But I was in there with Lefty, though, my man Steve O' cousin. That's what I mean about real friends. This is what I mean about real friends. I don't know what kind of friends you're looking for, right? I didn't have a phone in my crib. But my man Dave, rest in peace, lived next door to me. So I would call Dave crib, and Dave would go get my mom, so I would talk to Mama Love, boom, boom, boom. So that's real. That's what you look for in your friends. Naturally, I just called Dave to see what's going on, to be, you know what I'm saying? That's to see what the hell was going on. Yo, Dave, what's popping? He was like, nah, you want to talk to your mom? I'll go get it right now. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Nah, because if you in my back was twisted. Because when I was standing at in the back, he came on the side. The only way for me to go was this way, like they did, but they was in a position to run. I was right by a tree. So I was actually in, the only way to run was I had to hop the gate. And it was too late. He had his gun in my face. So I think I froze so I didn't want to get shot. Back of my mind was he's going to shoot. He had that shit right in my head like this. Freeze! I was like, oh, come here. Boom. I was like, ah. But had I had seen him, I would have boogied. It was going to be a long run. Because I would have hit, because in my projects, they got steps on the side. I'd have hit the steps. I'd have flew right to the D. One time I had to wash, my family live in Wash, right? I'd have right by the center deck, I'd hit the side, I'd have got away. I know I would have got away. The only way I would have got caught, unless I would have stopped at the traffic. But I wasn't in the position for that, man. And I got bagged, bro. And you know what's so funny, man? You know you get caught, and shit don't be funny, man. But as they had me in the handcuffs, even I had to laugh, man. Niggas is laughing like, damn, son, he got caught by a beat walker, bro. This is gonna be in the history books. Out of all the police, we done ducked and dodged, we done maneuvered on TNT, we done shut it down on them. We hear they coming 4 blocks down, and you decide to try a beat walker. But my projects is weird because it's 4 buildings. My actual project's up the hill from it's Washington, Lexington, but I'm Wash. Debbie shout out to my man Ty Bless and all that. Man, follow Ty Bless on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? They come through the side, man. I was tight. I was like, ah. You know what I'm saying? That's how I got that 2 after 5 out of me. I seen him now job busting him over there. And that's what I mean about jail politics. You know? Hell yeah. I should have ran. I still should have ran, but I think I froze when I seen the gun. And I said, oh, God, he's going to clap. You know what I'm saying? I was like, ah. You know what I'm saying? I caught that bid, man. Now, listen, when I caught that bid, right, it was surprising to me to see a major black and Spanish thing because I was just in the hood and that wasn't going on. So I had to get used to this. Yo, the ops is the Puerto Ricans. And then I knew mad Puerto Ricans. They're like, yo, Zika, ¿qué pasa? Yo, Zika. I'm like, oh, what's up? They're like, yo, you know we going to war with them, right? Going to war with who? You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, he said, Hunt Street and 3rd Ave, Hunt First Street, Metro North, believe me, it's me. Exactly, bro. Hell yeah. I'm telling you, man. That shit was crazy, bro. It was crazy. You know what's so funny? And it's crazy, right? The first time I went to Metro North, My man used to write graffiti. My man Harry, Kevin brought me over there. Rest in peace, Kevin. Rest in peace, Razzo. They brought me over there. Dre and all of them. And my man used to write graffiti. Tough crew. They say you might see them on some gates, some Jova and all of them. And that's how I met Jova through them. You know what I'm saying? Now when I was going to Metro North, there was a kid named Richie. Richie was getting a lot of money. I heard he home now though. He was getting into the bag. Puerto Rican dude. He was getting into the bag when I was going. When I would pull up to Metro. You know what I'm saying? But Metro North was like crazy. You know what I'm saying? It was, yo, all this shit was $1 million business. But you know what I'm saying? Like it was. Like I told you, when I got locked up at 9-5, it was a disconnect. Now mind you, like I told you, I lived in San Juan. So out of you chose. Yeah. That's exactly what happened. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what happened. You know what I'm saying? Another time. You know what I'm saying? So growing up in the hood, we seen a lot, bro. Yo, watch that trial. That trial, it's going to George. It's going to George's way, man. And you know, just watching that trial just shows, man, that cop physically killed him, man. And there's other cops that stood there and he did nothing. They didn't push him off him. They was just being cops, man. They thought like cops. They ain't think like humans. You know what I'm saying? And if you're law enforcement and you watching this, or you got people that's law enforcement, tell people you're a human first, bro. You're a human before anything else, man. You're a human first. You know what I'm saying? You're a human being. Don't ever take not being a human being because you need to act like a cop because they acting like cops. That's a message right there. Like some of y'all are human beings. You don't have to be a gang member because other dudes act like gang members. You don't have to be that way. Sometimes it's okay to be inactive. It's all right. Now, boom, here go the disconnect. All right, like I just told you, when I went to jail, it's a black and Spanish war. I didn't see that because that wasn't what was going on in my hood. You know, Aunt White was getting money with MPV, you know what I'm saying? But he getting money on our block. It was never no, yo, blacks can't eat over here, the Monenos, let's go to guns. We didn't see 12 Puerto Ricans with yellow flags in their head. So that wasn't going on where I'm from. But I go to jail, and this is the end thing. So what happened? I think in jail it became trendy for these little cliques to go to war. It just blew up, and it just by 9-5 it just got somewhere from adults to adolescents. Then once it to adolescents, you know it just got crazy. So now you got history on the street where somebody wants to join a gang, and they're telling them, "Yo, the reason why I became blood or whatever I became is because the Puerto Ricans was oppressing us." So now you're creating a list of hate. So dudes that might have even been cool with Puerto Ricans or went to school to a couple of Puerto Ricans, now they're gonna target them like, yo, the Puerto, because you ask the average dude that never been to jail, yo, why you homie for? Yo, because they was oppressing us on Rikers Island. What? And that was just a war, bro. And then you look at 30 years later, there's so many Latinos in the organization, that goes against your own history. So you just put something together to make it sound good, because it doesn't make no sense to have all these Latinos in that same organization. But when you read your history, you have to go, and think about this, about you Puerto Rican, and you done joined this organization that goes 1993, whatever the case may be. I joined the organization because the Puerto Ricans are oppressing the blacks. You Puerto Rican, man. You know what I'm saying? So dudes just want to be a part of things, man. You understand what I'm saying? But that's a whole nother story right there. Like I told you, the only beefs that was happening in the streets was if you violated somebody up top and you was nobody in the streets and they seen you on the side block, they got you. And that's what happened with most of these dudes. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Yo, that George Floyd thing is crazy. His ex-girlfriend is testifying about how they used to do opiates and stuff like that. Like, they're making this really like he was an addict. He didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is crazy. I told you, they're trying to create a narrative like he was an addict and this, you know what I'm saying? The new weed laws are a plus for New York State. Yo, they passed the weed law right by where I'm at in Missouri, in Illinois. Yo, they made $40 million, bro. Now it's up to you hustlers to get legal. Get some land. Now you gotta beat the system. Get them seeds. Get those licenses. Now it's all about who wanna pay taxes. That's all that game's about, bro. It's about who wanna pay taxes, bro. If you wanna pay taxes, then you could do it. If you think that you're gonna still, I'm gonna still something in the corner, what's gonna happen now is the legal weed is gonna drown out the illegal weed. Because dudes now can you could grow the Hawaiians and the purples and the greens and the apes and the grapes. You could do this legally. It's a plus. But watch who's going to dominate the market, though. Watch. Right now, you got dudes. Don't think that it's passed this law. You already got like 100 cats that was on deck. They already got labs already. That's about to start pushing this. What you think? The Indian reservations wasn't ready for this? What you think? Certain liberal groups got these peoples that got these warehouse. He had this guy. It's crazy, man, because he wound up killing himself. But he was like 4 years ago in Red Hook. He was trying to he was trying to he was growing weed in his warehouse. I think in Red Hook. Was it Red Hook or Gowanus? Someplace in Brooklyn. And I guess he sold all the cherries into a lot of these restaurants, Red Lobster with the cherries. And I guess somebody exposed him for spilling the juices in the water. But before he shot himself in the head, they said he was trying to create a lab for marijuana because that's when they were pushing out a law to pass. So he ain't the only one that was doing that. There's a bunch of other dudes that are like, oh, it's legal? Legal weed is better money-wise than, because not people, it's not so illegal no more. So now you gotta have the exotics. I'm telling you, man, it's just where I'm at, right? Because you gotta think about it. What brought the United States back the last time, remember? There's no real jobs here, so the only jobs now is gotta be man-made, okay? Marijuana. We gotta legalize something like alcohol, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. This is what they doing, man, because it's a marketable market, you know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's now, what you guys should do, that want to get into the weed game, get them licenses, learn how to grow, bro. Now you can have a legal lab now. You get some space somewhere, build a little greenhouse, or you have a house, you use a basement, and you can actually get busy. You have to go get your licenses, though. You're not going to just sell it, and then you have a little storefront, and it is what it is, man. Legal weed. You got the legal tag now. You just got to pay taxes on it. And that's where the game come at. Are you willing to pay taxes? See, this is the conversations. This right now is a mean hustle. Let's not be the last ones that cop on this hustle before it gets saturated. You know what I'm saying? Before 1,000 dudes is doing it. Get on it now. Don't wait until 1,000 dudes and did it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So if you're into the weed thing, you into growing agriculture, get into that. That's a hustle. You got dudes that's making millions of dollars off of legal weed. You know what I'm saying? And by it being legal, you can promote it on all your platforms and all that. You know what I'm saying? Believe me. But you gotta want to invest in yourself. If you're not, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If you're not ready, you know what I'm saying? If you're not ready to invest in yourself, then you think somebody's gonna help you out, you know what I'm saying? Then you're gonna lose. Don't be scared to invest in yourself. How many times you done went uptown and how many times you been uptown and you took a chance, right? We gave somebody 4,000 or 5,000, 10,000, 15,000, and took a chance to know what we getting, right? So do that with 15,000. You could order a bunch of seeds, get a bunch of lamps, Nowadays, all this stuff is wholesale. You could go right now you could go to Bowery. They got a spot on Bowery, right there by a canal and all that, and Delancey. They got places that sell old lamps, those. They got a light spots all through Bowery. All through there, going towards Delancey. You know what I'm saying? They got lamp spots all through there. So when you get into this, you just get that. Well, you just run around, you snatch these up, and you can do it. It can be done. They got spots. They got light spots you could go. Let me get like 5 lamps. Let me get some tables. You could go to Dollar General or places like Family Dollar and actually buy those. You could buy a wood table, some dollars. Like it doesn't cost that much to get what you need. Dirt. You know what I'm saying? Know what dirts to get. Just have a watering system. If you don't have a water system yet, have a timer when you water the water. Pay somebody for that. Listen to water every 5 hours. Get the lamps. Watch this thing go. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Know what maneuvers to get for the dirt to mix with so it can grow. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. You're king of all men. Exactly. That's what I said. Everybody, it's just gonna take a lot of skill. You have to build it. You have to build that up. You have to build that up. It's just like anything else. You got to be patient. You have to really and expect to take a loss. See, that's one thing about the game, man. If you're not expecting to take a loss, yep, you know what I'm saying. If you're not expecting to take a loss, then don't try nothing. If you do something with the expectations of I can't lose, then don't do it. Don't try it. It's just a waste. You're just wasting your own time. Because as soon as you fail, you're gonna be like, give up. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna cost you thousands, and it's just on how you do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely just how you do it, man. And if you do it right, you get some money out of it. And also you said that Kings of All Men, it's about that and location. Exactly, that and location is gonna play a major part to your win. And how people that you know. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That location and people that you know. Do not think that those Indian reservations that's running around New York State ain't on deck. Or people that is living in I'm saying location is everything, bro. It's just like when the cigarette thing blew up. Remember the legal cigarettes? But everybody knew to go to a certain part of Long Island to the reservations because the reservations, they knew they had all the spots you could buy. You at one point, before the feds started sitting outside, you could get multi-packs of cigarettes. The Indian reservation. So these is all about location. Where can I get this conveniently at? And it's going to be consistent. You know what I'm saying? If you're in a small town and you got a joint, you're going to win. If you're in a town or in a county, but say you're in a town that's surrounded by 6 towns, you know what I'm saying? Definitely like in Westchester County North, not Yonkers, not Mount Vernon. We're talking about North, like towards Briarwood and, you know, them areas like that and Sleepy Hollow and stuff like that. Even Ossining. The town of Ossining. It will work because in those areas people do purchase marijuana, and if you have a dope spot, it'll work in those little towns that you don't think about. You know what I'm saying? Don't be where it's saturated at. Be the first ones where Monroe, New York. You know what I'm saying? Be somewhere where you're the only one, but it's legal, bro. So if you're a hustler, and this is what you do. Get in tune, learn it, learn the game. Like I said, you ain't expected to take no losses, don't try it. If you ain't got it, you know what I'm saying? Because the dudes that's gonna be investing in this is dudes that's already in the mix. That's already, I just couldn't wait till the law passed. You know what I'm saying? That my location is perfect. You know what I'm saying? Location plays a part to everything. And don't wait till somebody else do it to go, let me try it. Because then you getting secondhand smoke. Sometimes you gotta be the first one to do something. You know what I'm saying? Feel me? But this was a dope show, man. I think it was very educated. Now, oh yeah, now I was saying about, so what happens is you have a bunch of young boys like me that was going to jail. We was following dudes that was in the street. So when a guy come home from jail, unless he was Pablo Escobar, we continue to follow dudes that's in the street. You know what I'm saying? So even though a guy in the street may not be a killer or a tough guy or cut somebody that cut somebody, he's just somebody that's all about his paper. Those are the dudes that we will follow. You know what I'm saying? Those are the type of dudes that we will follow. You know what I'm saying? That jail image really didn't kick in until now where there's mass incarceration and of every block out of, because my block ain't a bad block. A lot of the young boys in my block did great for themselves. You may have had out of 200 little young cats, 60 that was probably, you know what I'm saying? And the other 150, they all went to school. A lot of them went to college. Some became CEOs. Some went to the army. So you know what I'm saying? I can only speak for my block. We know about Lexington projects. My projects wasn't, you know what I'm saying, our generation thing, because I told you, a lot of us, my block wasn't based off of jail and street, off of jail pride. It was based off of the streets. So a lot of dudes that we looked up to was dudes that was bosses and dudes that worked. Like I told you, dudes want to go to those IS schools. Dudes want to go to performing arts. Dudes, like, you know what I'm saying? Definitely shouts to my man Sonny with Monday, get in tune with that Green Oak. Oh, now, I'm pretty sure I've seen him before, Tiny Buck. No, but I heard, I always heard his name though. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And I believe that that's the success and that's the win for all of us party people. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just I told you, it's all in information. If we can pass this, the information, so that's what I seen on my block. The disconnect was there wasn't really no, my block really is in the jail block, so nobody came from jail and became, yo, he's the OG. Because even when somebody tried that, a couple people didn't try that, came home from jail, said, yo, like they felt like the gang culture, it always got superseded by dudes that wasn't playing those games. You know what I'm saying? Because the politics don't change. Dudes' kids live on the block. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's all it is. You know what I'm saying? So with the young boys, man, to me, like my generation, you have to physically take them there. You know what I'm saying? You have to physically show them. You just can't tell them all. You got to show them, man. You got to show them, man. If I remember my man Pops. Remember my man Pops had a bar. We used to have the bar in the crib. We see the boss. We said, okay, I can get a bar. You know what I'm saying? Like when you physically see it. My man father owned a store, so we physically seen that. I physically seen a man send his kids to Catholic school. You know what I'm saying? That didn't speak English to nobody. You know what I'm saying? So while those experiences become motivational, that it's how you present yourself and what you know and who you talk to, the crowd that you speak to. Because if I stand around you, all you do is talk Spanish with a bunch of Puerto Ricans all day, but then I know that you own a store, that means you talk English to somebody, and when you do talk English, you're talking business because you own a store. So, you understand what I'm saying? A lot of us don't know about business. You know, we got these iPhones, got all type of apps, templates. You got Word. You got all types. Try. You know what I'm saying? Try these apps out. See what you can get out of it. See the information you can get out of it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. With that being said, man, you know, save yourself. In the best way, like I told you, man, the best way, like my man Kwaku always told me, man. That's why I salute Kwaku. Kwaku really shows the youth, right? You know Kwak used to come with Kwak. I'm one of the first dudes cut his hair. Then he became a barber, right? I remember when Kwak used to make mixtapes. He started doing the music thing, right? But Kwaku, he really went to North Carolina. I remember he went to North Carolina. That was inspiring. A guy from the block that was older went to North Carolina. Kwaku wasn't a guy that ever sold that. We seen Hustle, but Kwaku played in Rucker in the early 90s before all the flame and glory. I remember Kwaku having multi-basketball teams, AAU teams, and having basketball teams taking kids from the neighborhood and bringing their minds someplace else with basketball. Shout out to Kwaku, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You'll follow him on IG. He got the Goodfellas motorcycle crew, you know what I'm saying? From my block, very inspiring. When I see Kwaku, we have a grown man conversation. You know what I'm saying? That's my man Qua. You know what I'm saying? So we've done it. My man Tyree, when we was younger, right? What kept us out of trouble was Tyree wasn't on the corner selling crack. He wasn't cutting nobody, shooting nobody. He wasn't a jail cat. He's the guy that inspired us through sports. So I remember on my block, 99th and Lex, we had a wiffle ball league. You know what I mean? He had a bunch of dudes that could be getting in trouble all day, you know, robbing and mugging, and we was playing wiffle ball in the back of my projects. That's how he was able to get across the dudes in the hood. And I tell him this all the time. I don't know how you had a bunch of goons that turned to be goons playing for your football team. You had Little Ray, you had this guy, that guy, you had all of us. And we went and practiced football with you. And you, because it was something positive. He was doing it from the heart, bro. And he took us personally. Come on, let's go. Meet me at Asphalt Green. You know Asphalt Green, the Asphalt Turf thing. And we congratulated with him with beating a Hunt First Street in that football game. But Hunt First Street was getting crazy too. You understand what I'm saying? This is pure. This is just growing up, seeing how you got across to the youth. Now in my crew, everybody didn't go to jail. A lot of dudes like my man Woods. Woods a family man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my man Dre, he a family man. Like, my man Money, he's a family man. Let's give you good examples. A lot of dudes ain't get 1,000 years. A lot of dudes really did the right thing because we had other distractions. You know what I'm saying? We ain't look at crew the way dudes looked at crew because we wasn't really trying to go to the penitentiary. So with that being said, man, you got to find something to get the youth attention. That's just it. If you can't find something to get their attention, tell them something that they like. Most kids like to use their hands. Boom. You got, all right, let me show you something. Let me show you something. Oh, what? They try it themselves and go, oh, I can try that myself. Oh, okay. That's it. If you think that you're going to be somebody who's been free all their life, big homie, it's not going to happen. They're going to look up to somebody that's neutral that they see in their face that get money. That's why everybody be seeing a young boy look up to the scammers. Yeah, because most of the scammers don't go to jail until they really. So now you got this guy coming across you, playing the big homie, but he's not financially fit like this guy. Even if he come around in a BMW, okay, but look at his skin now. Look, he been home for a month. He don't even look the same. Look, he was 300 pounds up north. Now he 150. He getting hot. They started assuming that. Because think about it. They're looking at the scammer. Look at his skin. Yo, look, he ain't lose no weight. Yo, know what I'm telling you, man? He getting high. I ain't listening to that guy. And that's a disconnect. You may not realize it, but the penitentiary, what happens is you get 3 hots and a cat and a lot of relaxation. So your skin, everything looks good on you. In the streets, they looking up to a guy that's taking care of himself every day. So you're gonna follow that trait. They're gonna look at you like you're crazy unless you know how to keep yourself up. Remember, to these young boys, cars ain't nothing, chains ain't nothing because the scamming game. The scamming game got dudes like, man, I ain't worried about that. My chain costs more than his whole outfit and car. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, man, let's get in tune, get in touch. And like I said, man, personally, I just show them. You know what I'm saying? Got the legal marijuana thing, get some information on that. Don't let a whole nother race saturate the market and then y'all sit around talking about racism. You know what I'm saying? Don't, you know what I'm saying? So let's get in tune, let's get in touch. You know what I'm saying? Location and everything. Gotta spend some money. You want to spend no money? Don't sit out there marching talking about, oh, they cut the black man down. We can't do that no more. That's getting wacky deep. Let's not allow these reservations to get all the money because that's all they're gonna do. They've been, listen, believe it or not, they're the ones that's been pushing for the legalizing stuff. Because everybody know where to go already. Believe me, there's somebody right now. What? I'm on my way to the reservation. Because I know they got some smoke somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, man, peace, love, and unity. Let's keep that in mind, man. Peace, love, and unity. And definitely shout out to East Harlem, man. My block, Washington, had a great conversation. I'm watching the George Floyd trial. They're still trying to show that his character with the drug addiction and stuff like that. Sad, man. They killed the man, and now he has to be a junkie. It's crazy. Hell yeah, you don't know. That's all they sent their lobby. That's what I'm saying. We need more people to lobby for us. They got their lobbyists. Look. The NRA got their lobbies, right? People that lobby for them. They got the yuppies got who they got. The natives got who they got. Well, we got a bunch of dudes on YouTube talking crazy all day about who's the realest and who's not the realest. We're bugging. If we got that, if we have this much intelligence to do this, to let's put together. Why don't some of the great ones put together a lobby group that could actually get something changed? Even like Russell Simmons before his downfall, they was getting people. He helped get the Rockefeller laws changed. So with that being said, man, Have a blessed morning. You heard? You heard? Peace.